Good morning and happy Father's Day to all you awesome dads out there. Welcome to the 23rd Dash for Dad / walk run. This is the second year we've been doing the virtual version, so thanks a lot, pandemic, for that. Hopefully next year, as more of us get vaccinated and we get back to more of a normal routine, we can look forward to doing this in person next year. My name is Steve Stacks of Jack 1023. I'm also joined by my two co-hosts and on-air partners, Megan Spotswood and Matt Loop is there with that very impressive Jack 1023 virtual background. We are Stacks, Megan, and Loop. You can catch our show Monday through Friday, 5:30 to 9 on Jack 1023, and it'd be great to have you tuned in. So on behalf of the entire Jack 1023 station and all of our staff here, we're so proud and honored to be a media sponsor for this fantastic event. And the three of us are thrilled, quite frankly, to be back emceeing for you again this year. Thank you for being a part of Dash for Dads today. This is a really important event for creating awareness about prostate cancer and the devastating effects it can have on our lives. You know, 1 in 9 men are diagnosed daily with prostate cancer, and these men are our fathers, they're our brothers, they're our husbands, our sons, our friends, our colleagues, the list goes on. And your involvement today is really important in helping make a difference in the fight against this devastating disease. All proceeds raised today, and by the way, throughout the rest of the week as the auction remains open until the 27th, all proceeds today remain here in London and support prostate cancer research at the London Health Sciences Centre. And that's an amazing thing. So we want you to keep your eye on the Dash for Dads auction. It's at dashfordads.ca. There's some really cool items up for bids in the auction to check out. And one of them that really got my attention, and I can't impress upon you enough, because I texted my friend Andrew, who's an actual Air Canada pilot, because there's the 2 hours in the Air Canada simulator. And I said to Andrew, like, how awesome is this for the average person to be involved in like an actual flight? And he said, this is as close as you're going to get to flying a commercial airliner as you can get without actually taking off the ground. So this is a really, really cool item that's up for bids, among a bunch of other things too. I've been keeping my eye on the charcuterie board as well. I've got the plate of meat ready to go for you. I know Luke about that as well. So there are a lot of really cool items on there. So thank you for being here today. Without further ado, oh, by the way, the auction live at dashfordad.ca/auction. That's where you can go and place your bids, and we'll keep our eye on the auction throughout the day. So without further ado, we'd like to get the ceremony started, and I would like to introduce to the virtual floor the chair of Dash for Dads, Cindy McDowell. Welcome to the program this morning, Cindy, and a happy Father's Day.
Oh, hello.
Hi, Cindy. Welcome.
Hi. Thank
I know
you.
we've got the hiccups of the virtual delay happening here, but thank you for being a part of this. Like I was saying in the introduction, it'll be nice when we can all sort of be in person, hopefully next year as we sort of return to a more normal routine. So thank you for being here today, and please, the virtual floor is yours.
Okay, well, thank you and good morning. And first, I want to thank Stacks and Loop and Megan for emceeing our event. And we certainly enjoy your energy and enthusiasm in the morning and the support that you've given us over the past few years. Also, I want to take a minute and thank the Dash for Dad Committee. We have a group of very hardworking volunteers who meet every month all year to put this together. And without them, it would be a very poor showing. And also a special thank you to Justin and Samantha and the London Health Sciences Foundation team, because if without their dedication and talent, this would not happen. Also, we had, as they talked about, I'm losing my train of thought, as they talked about, we'd hoped that we'd be live this year, and yet COVID is a very strong adversary, and we're back again to virtual. Our virtual event last year was very successful, and it looks like this year is going to surpass that success, at least based on early numbers. We are almost to our financial goal, and we have just opened, so that is awesome. The good thing about the virtual event, if you're like me, is that you have a whole week to walk, so you don't have to do it in one morning. So I think that's a great reason to do it. And I know we have lots of people that are actually walking or running much further than 5 kilometers because they've set it as a goal to do a better showing. I'm hoping to walk, maybe 1 kilometer. With COVID the past several months and the isolation and restrictions that we have faced, it has reminded me of the similar struggles that cancer patients and their caregivers go through on a daily basis. I have been very aware of the limitations, the worry, the loss of independence that cancer patients and survivors face daily, and it has made me appreciate their journey in a more profound way. It's always said that to have a true perspective, one has to walk in somebody else's shoes. And although my experiences have not been the same during COVID, I have a greater understanding for those struggling with cancer. That's why the Dash for Dad event is so important. We raise money to fund research for both treatment and hopefully a cure for the disease that still affects 1 in 9 Canadian men. As chair of the Dash for Dad committee, I truly thank our audience, our participants, and our donors for their continued support of this cause. Enjoy your Father's Day. We hope to see you in person next year on Father's Day 2022. And next Sunday, we will close our ceremonies and let you know how we did. So thank you for showing up this morning to be with us. Thank you for your walk in the next few days. And thank you to Jack FM for getting us through the next hour and a half of our opening ceremonies. Take care.
Thank you so much, Cindy. Thank you very much. And there's Cindy McDowell, the chair of Dash for Dads. As we mentioned, if you missed it in the introduction, all the proceeds raised today in Dash for Dads stay right here in London for important prostate cancer research at London Health Sciences Centre. And if you see me looking off to my left periodically, it's just because I'm keeping my eye on the thermometer here at LHSF website. $77,280 raised so far, with the goal of $80,000. So we're doing really well today, and every little bit helps. So I'm confident that we can reach that goal of $80,000. So thank you in advance, and thank you for your continued support in Dash for Dads. So all the proceeds stay right here in London, and don't forget the auction at dashfordads.ca. So to get this started, we'd like to bring in Dr. Nick Power. Dr. Nick Power is a urologist at LHSC, and he's going to be sharing his experiences on how donor funding is crucial in the fight against prostate cancer, as well as the work being done right here in London. Dr. Power, welcome to Dash for Dads. Thank you for being a big part of the program today. It's great to have you on board. Again, a bit of a virtual delay, so I'm sure Dr. Power is just moments away. I'm going to hit refresh in the meantime on that. There we go. $77,280 raised in Dash for Dads so far, with the goal of $80,000. There's Dr. Nick Power. How are you? Good to have you on.
Hi. Good, great. Thank you so much for helping out this morning.
Yeah, thank you for having us as part of this. I see you're taking advantage of what so far is a pretty beautiful day. It's too bad that once again we're virtual, but hopefully next year we'll be back to doing this in person. So thank you for being a part of it today, and happy Father's Day to you. Talk to us a little bit about the funding that goes into Dash for Dads and why and the work that's being done at LHSC in the battle against prostate cancer.
Yeah. Well, first off, I did want to extend a happy Father's Day out to everybody listening. I have two of the reasons why I am a proud father over there on the trampoline. Say happy Father's Day.
Thank you. Happy Father's Day.
And I also noticed lots of patients that I know through the support group, through personal patients, through Dr. Chin's patients on the line, and it's really inspirational. The past year has been tough on everybody just with the pandemic, and it is always difficult to have a family member in hospital, and it's been even tougher these days because family members can't come in. And so I wanted to say thank you to all the family members and to the patients themselves for the patience and the courage and the bravery that they've all demonstrated throughout the year. To answer your question about the types of things that the funding from Dash for Dads helps, really London is one of the world leaders in many aspects of prostate cancer. One part of that is precision radiotherapy. Dr. Glenn Bauman over in the LSCP, they run a number of trials trying to improve the effect of the radiation and trying to decrease the side effects of the radiation. Dr. Chin and I do a number of clinical trials trying to offer the patients of London and the surrounding region the most advanced, the latest developments in prostate cancer. Dr. Chin's done a number of really pioneering studies on using minimally invasive type treatments in order to treat prostate cancer, like TULSA or HIFU, using different technologies to treat prostate cancer. In addition to that, we do train some of the future thought leaders in terms of our fellowship program. It's one of the very few Society of Urological Oncology fellowship programs in North America, and we're very proud of it, and that all of the funding that's raised helps out all of these different aspects. So I just wanted to extend a very big thank you.
With the work that's being done, Dr. Power, in the fight against prostate cancer, do you and your colleagues and those that are doing the research, do you see a day when the numbers go from being 1 in 9 to something a little less staggering?
Yeah, it's always difficult to project because we'll always be wrong. But just the number of research studies that are ongoing, how close we are to unraveling the genome and unraveling the different mechanisms that cause prostate cancer. Gene editing is in the future. I mean, the short answer is that it's quite unbelievable, the technology that we are seeing these days. We just have to find responsible and ethical ways to apply these, and it's an exciting time. I do believe in my lifetime, prostate cancer and many other types of cancers really will become less of a burden on our society.
Well, that's really encouraging to hear. And again, thank you and your colleagues for your continued support and the great work that you're doing in the fight against this devastating disease. So Dr. Power, to you and your family, I hear your kids bouncing around in the background. Enjoy your Father's Day, and thanks for being a big part of Dash for Dads today.
You're very welcome, and happy Father's Day. Thank you for doing this.
Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, I'm going to hand the floor over to my partner in crime on air from Jack 1023 from Stacks, Megan, and Loop. This is the Megan portion. Megan Spotswood, the floor is yours, pal.
I believe I still have my thing muted. Thank you so much, Stacks, and thanks so much, Dr. Power. You know, what he was saying, a couple of things that he did mention about the donations. It is so important to keep it right here in London, just for the things that they are doing, trying to constantly improve technology, the clinical trials, and the training for future doctors and researchers who are looking to help put an end to prostate cancer. Now, Dr. Power did mention this man, Dr. Chin. We have had the pleasure of meeting Dr. Chin on our show, Stacks, Megan, and Luke, something I will absolutely never forget, ever. And I think Stacks can speak to this a little bit more, but I'd like to welcome Dr. Chin, who is a urologist at the London Health Sciences Centre and the man behind Dash for Dad. Hi, Dr. Chin.
Hi, Megan. Thanks very much, Megan, Stacks, Loop, and Jack FM. Thanks for doing this. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers and grandfathers out there. Welcome to all the participants, supporters, and especially all prostate cancer survivors and their loved ones. So on behalf of London Health Sciences Foundation, I want to express my sincere gratitude to all the organizers, sponsors, and volunteers who have made this event a huge success for the past 23 years. I want to single out especially Cindy McDowell, whom you met already, and the Dash for Dad committee for their hard work and their generosity with their time. They started work on today's event exactly a year ago, right after last year's Father's Day. As mentioned, we have a long history with this event, actually since 1999. So now is approaching almost a quarter of a century. It's hard to believe. It's previously known as Do It for Dad, and then Father's Day Walk Run, and then Do It for Dads, and now it's Dash for Dad. Now, Dr. Power, whom you just heard from, has outlined many of the research activities on prostate cancer here in London. I just want to highlight a couple more things, which, with your generous support, Dash for Dad has made possible. Well over $1 million have been raised through previous runs over the years. We've brought some much needed equipment and instruments and supplies for our laboratories. The funds have enabled us to purchase some of the state-of-the-art equipment for treating prostate cancer. And as Dr. Power mentioned, the minimally invasive technologies, which has really benefited many patients over the years. Some funds have been used to support clinical trials, which again, Dr. Power has already talked about, but, and some of you, I know some of our long-term cancer survivors, prostate survivors have participated in clinical trials. And so they know what it's all about, but some of you aren't familiar with that. The clinical trials program is a key component of our practice in prostate cancer treatment, whereby we search for better ways to manage prostate cancer. So some trials are, as Dr. Power mentioned, new drugs, some are new techniques, such as laser treatments, radiotherapy treatments, which was mentioned, robotics, and all these cost money, and some of the technology, some of the new pieces of equipment and so forth have been purchased through funds from this particular event. There are also imaging studies, which again was alluded to by Dr. Power, MRI, PET scans, how they can be best utilized to improve prostate cancer care. And some trials are aimed at improving quality of life and then dealing with the side effects of clinical treatment for cancer. Dr. Power mentioned the support for research and also for education for our fellows. We also support patient education, and that's an important aspect of this as well. And then back to the fellows, I just want to add that these are fully trained surgeons who do additional work here so that they become super specialized in a certain type of treatment, especially say prostate cancer or other urologic cancers. We have 2 urologic oncology fellows every year from many parts of the world. And I should add that I'd like to say that we've had fellows from every continent except Antarctica. So these fellows, after training with my colleagues and with me over 2 years, they go back and they become, leaders in their own countries in help to fight prostate cancer in various parts of the world. So currently we have 2 fellows from Israel. One will be leaving soon and will be joined by another fellow from South America. And finally, I just want to mention one other very exciting initiative, and that's funds from the previous Father's Day run are providing partial support. This is in partnership with Western University to recruit a senior cancer researcher, a prostate cancer surgeon and clinician with a proven track record in prostate cancer research and treatment to continue and expand on our work here in London. So just to summarize, so Dash for Dad has a huge and far-reaching impact on prostate cancer management on many fronts. So we and our prostate cancer survivors and their loved ones are really grateful for your ongoing support and your involvement. So have a great run and happy Father's Day.
Thank you so much, Dr. Chin. And it's you and me next year, all right?
Okay. Well,
Stax told me how great the test was, so I can't wait. All right. So coming up, one of the things that a way to raise money for Dash for Dad is the silent auction. And we encourage everyone to start bidding. Now, if you know someone that you look through the items, you see something like the Mitch Marner jersey, you know, a big Leafs fan, give them a call, give them a ring, send them a text, get them on board, and they can win anything from golf packages to cool art. Again, some hockey memorabilia. It's all at dashfordad.ca/auction. Make sure you get it put into this. There's so much going on and so much to look at. It's absolutely fantastic. Also, we want to make sure you get the word out for Dash for Dad. It's really simply and it's real easy. The dashfordad.ca website. They've actually pre-built socials for you. So you don't have to do any of the work. You just take those socials, you can copy them or download them and then send that word out. You want to get out there. You want to brag about what you're doing. You want to get that message out to other people. This is going on and that they can actually donate. Now, next up, we're going to introduce one of the longest standing fundraisers in the history of Dash for Dad. Alex Ryan is 7 years old. He's going to be turning 8 in July, and he's back for his 5th consecutive year. And over this time, he has raised thousands of dollars already. And this is so cool. Now, I got a little bio here for him, and this kid is absolutely fantastic. He enjoys hockey, golf, baseball, soccer. He loves the Mighty Ducks 2 movie. He enjoys chicken nuggets and cheese pizza. This is a kid after my own heart. Welcome, Alex Ryan. Alex, how you doing, buddy?
Good. How are you?
I am doing great. Are you all set for summer?
Yep.
Yeah. You got some big plans?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're always, as a kid, you always have big plans, right? You can eat some chicken nuggets.
No.
I'm going to eat some as well. So, Alex, tell us why you participate in Dash for Dad.
Because a lot of people are getting sick from cancer, and my papa had cancer and he died from it, and my gump, I think, had cancer, but luckily he didn't die from it.
Well, that's good. So why are you going out running today? Are you going to go out?
I already ran.
You ran already? What time is it? Like it's 10:20. How far do you run?
To my school and back, which I go to Our Lady of Lourdes, and I live in Hogback Close.
So I'd say probably that's a good 20-minute run.
5 kilometers, I think.
5 kilometers? You know what I did? I rolled out of bed and got here and got to this computer. That's all I've done today, Alex. That's not good. I got to do more than that. So why do you think it's so important for everyone to know about cancer?
Because if they didn't know, if they got the sickness, they'd just be, it's probably going to go away soon. And then they'd get sicker later, and then they would die from it.
All right, Alex, you are truly an inspiration, buddy. Thank you so much for being on, okay?
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you for being here. Eat those chicken nuggets. Oh, speaking of chicken nuggets, Max is here.
I had to backtrack there when you said that Alex is a kid after your own heart. I'll remind you, Luke, that you started out with he loves hockey, he loves baseball, he loves golf, he loves running. I think the after your own heart is the eating part of it, like the chicken nuggets and the pizza. Everything else except for the sports, I would say.
That is 100% true.
By the way, I'm never gonna refer to a chicken nugget ever again as a chicken nugget. From this day forward, they will
Same here.
Chicky nuggets.
Yes, from now on.
I'll always think of Alex now when I'm eating my chicky nuggets. Oh, that's amazing. No, that's
great.
What an incredible kid. That is super cool. So Alex mentioned that he had finished his run. I'm just looking at the chat window here over on our chat page. I want to say hello to a former London City Councillor, Harold Usher, who had his prostate removed 21 years ago. And he just mentioned on the chat about the great advancements being made and the great strides being made in the fight against prostate cancer. And Harold Usher says that he's finished his run. So, and he's thanking everybody for the great work and for being involved today. So, Harold Usher, thank you for being a part of Dash for Dads today too. You know, we heard from Alex, who talked about some of his family members. Mentioned to Harold Usher, former London City Councillor, and his battle with prostate cancer. And, you know, there are faces and there are names to this devastating disease. And you may know a few as well in your own personal life. And one of those names is Darren Ross. And Darren Ross he was first diagnosed with prostate cancer just after his 50th birthday. And he's noticed his PSA stayed around a certain number and it started going back up, meaning that he's still fighting this nasty disease. But we'd like to welcome Darren Ross to Dash for Dads. Darren, thank you so much for taking the time to be here today, Dash for Dads, and a happy Father's Day to you.
Oh, thank you very much. Happy Father's Day to you.
So tell us a little bit about your journey. For anybody else that might be going through what you're going through, tell us a little bit about your journey, to where you are today.
Well, I guess it all started, I turned 50. I had the annual physical. I called it the silver package. You're getting this, the gray hairs. So you get, you get the digital rectal exam. You get some extra blood work, the PSA being one of them, and booked in for the colonoscopy. So when that blood work came back from my family doctor, she called and said my PSA was 25, which kind of meant nothing to me. So I was like, I don't know. So I don't quite remember what happened then, but they retested my PSA. Then I was somehow quickly referred to the urology clinic at St. Joe's. I saw Dr. Zawa. He confirmed the PSA wasn't a fluke. So we kind of went from there. So funnily enough, I had a trip booked for my 50th for Amsterdam. So I left like the day after that. And I quickly got over it. I was kind of stressed when I left for Amsterdam, but it's Amsterdam, canals, cafes, beautiful architecture. So yeah, when I got back to reality, Dr. Ozawa had me scheduled for a biopsy. So next I saw Dr. Chin at the clinic again. He said 11 of 12 samples were cancer and a Gleason 7. But Dr. Chin used a scale like I think a turtle to an airplane. I was in the middle, I was a car. So, but once you hear the word cancer, like I didn't hear much after that. Luckily, my wife Jennifer came in with me and took some notes. So my advice is to like take someone with you because kind of maybe a little more not in the frying pan. So then they booked me for a CT scan and a bone scan as well, which both came back negative for cancer. So so that's good. Then the next appointment, since it was cancer, they did set me up with a radiation oncologist, Dr. Rodriguez. I don't remember much from the appointment because I didn't choose that option. So he did say that the radiation is like just as effective as having the surgery. So, but anyways, my next appointment was with Dr. Power, and who we saw earlier. He's my surgeon oncologist. I just saw him a little while ago, and he performed my prostatectomy. So great guy, great doctor, great team. I can't say enough about them, and Dr. Chen and Dr. Zawa and everybody at urology. But Dr. Power gave me lots of good information. Like the stronger and healthier I am before surgery, the easier my recovery will be. So I did want to mention that I did have the choice again between surgery and radiation. I chose surgery because I was young and healthy, and it also leaves radiation as like an option in the future. So I had the surgery January 15th, 2019. It went perfectly. I did have a few days stay in the hospital. They did notice my hemoglobin was really low. So I ended up, I guess the rough part was I ended up getting 3 blood transfusions. So I felt a lot better after that. I was pretty dead tired there, but I did get home. So kind of like the rehabilitation. I did some like light yoga. So basically sitting in a chair and like lifting my arms up. Some short walks outside. So I don't remember, or I don't know if you remember, but January of 2019 was like Arctic cold outside. So you would think walking with the catheter, you have like a bag you can strap to your leg. So you think walking with some warm pee on your leg wouldn't be so bad, but I'm telling you, it was like an ice cube on my leg. I was like, but, and also to move along, part of my recovery was to see Bill Landry at Family Physiotherapy. He's kind of a Kegel expert. So he has, I think it's an ultrasound, and you can see yourself doing the Kegel. So that's pretty cool to see. And he helped like to do a proper Kegel and stuff like that. He also, and I still do Kegels to this day as part of the rehabilitation and to keep the incontinence under control. I went to my registered massage therapist, and she said to massage around the scar. So she helped massage around the scar, and it would prevent any like weird muscular complications later from my surgery incision. And that was Brandy White. I don't know if I said that. Thank you, Brandy. Then I saw a naturopathic doctor, Dr. Kelly Rau, who also did some testing, and she helped me with changing my diet, my lifestyle, and some supplements to take. And in my case, I'm basically working on to build my immune system up. So yeah. Oh, and another thing I had access to is at my work, I have an employee assistance program, which does a lot of things. But one of the things I was able to talk to a psychologist, which kind of helps you get through. Like it's a big thing you go through, so it helped me get through like, you know, rough days and things to handle those rough days. So that was like another good thing. And also the prostate cancer support group, which again, I can't say enough about, is John and Carl. It's a good way to meet other guys that have gone through similar situations. And it's funny, like from hearing all their stories, like they're kind of all the same, but they're all quite a bit different as well. So, but yeah, John and Carl do a great job at getting guest speakers, and I've learned a ton of information about going to the meetings. And it's a good bunch of guys, and sometimes the wives come too. Currently, well, I work out every day, so I jog. So this morning, I actually did the 5K jog this morning. So I'm not wearing my shirt; it's kind of a little sweaty. So. I still lift weights, do yoga, I meditate. My incontinence is under control, which took about a year to clear up. I think it took so long because I have quite a physical job with like lots of twisting and bending. My erections are okay. I still need Cialis, but it could have been worse. That's also a concern for guys sometimes, but the incontinence is like definitely way worse. So kind of, I think I heard it in the intro a little bit. My PSA held steady for at about 2.5 for a couple of years, but it's starting to climb again. So I just had a CT scan and a bone scan, and which I saw Dr. Power. So they're all clear. And he has got me, I'm waiting on a PET PSMA scan. So it'll see things in finer detail. So I'm confident I'll kick this cancer's butt. So if you're 50, if you're 50, get a PSA. It's only a blood test. And if you have a family history, go at 40. So yeah, I just want to thank my family and friends, coworkers, and QP 107 for the kind and generous donations. I love all you guys. And thanks for listening to my story. I'm grateful. Thanks to everyone.
Thank you so much, Sharon. We really do appreciate you being so vulnerable and sharing your story and just getting it out there, and just how important it is to, get out there and get tested.
Oh yeah. Thanks. Yeah, thanks, Megan. Yeah, it's funny. The end, I kind of did a rough draft, and I was like tearing up at the end. It's like I should be fine. I read through it and whatever, and still gets me, So
yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's definitely difficult. And again, like I said, we appreciate you sharing your story. It really puts things into perspective for a lot.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. And it's great. Like, I don't know if it's Dr. Chin or Dr. Power, but yeah, it's a great facility we have here. And I feel, really confident. Again, I'll kick this cancer's butt.
Absolutely. We're rooting for you. And again, like Zach said, happy Father's Day.
Thanks.
All right. So starting today, as we've mentioned, walk, run, bike, crawl, dance, literally do whatever that you can do, any type of movement to get you out and do that 5K within your neighborhood. We actually did just get some word, super exciting, that we have raised so far $77,390, which is amazing because we are at an $80,000 goal. So we are so close, and just want to give some honorable mention to our latest donations as well to Jody, Shannon, and our pal Alex, who Luke was just able to speak with, who is an absolutely awesome kid. He made a donation as well too. So thank you so much, and a round of applause for everybody who is donating so far. So as you are, out there and, getting those steps in, doing what you can, getting that movement in, we'd love if you could send your photos in throughout the week until June 27th of you completing your walk or run. And we want to post them throughout the week and during the closing ceremonies at dashfordad.ca. And please, if you can, use the hashtag #DashForDad. Fundraising is absolutely so important, as we have heard from Dr. Chin and Dr. Power, and those fighting prostate cancer, of course, are still fighting this throughout this pandemic. It's been an absolutely rough year for everybody, but I can only imagine what it's been like for those who have been fighting cancer during this pandemic. We want to say thank you to everyone for tuning in and supporting by donating. Dollar raised from this event are more essential ever now, considering, like I said, what we're going through with this pandemic. So if you are able to, please, please, please make a donation to support this amazing cause. Of course, we couldn't do this without our amazing sponsors. So I just want to give a quick shout out to Acura West, Unifor Local 27, Highbury Ford, CIBC Wood Gundy, Holland Cleaning Solutions, NCA Limited, Unifor Local 88, us here at Jack 1023, Kier Design, TNT Printing, Best Buy, Soul Science, and Air Canada. All right, next up, we have a pretty awesome musician. He's actually a local musician who brings a mix of traditional and modern country. I'm very, very, very excited to hear him play, and I bet you're gonna have your toe tapping, and you might even be singing along to some of his songs. So let's welcome Scott Horworth. Hey, Scott, how are you?
Great, thanks, Megan. How are you this morning?
Very, very good. Thank you so much for joining us today, and a happy Father's Day to you. I just want to get right in this. I just want to hear you sing your song. So without further ado, the floor is yours.
Perfect. Thank you very much. As you said, my name is Scott Howarth from the Scott Howarth Band. Before I play, though, first and foremost, happy Father's Day to all the dads out there, especially to my dad. Thank you for being such a great father and making me the man I am today. I can't wait to see you later today and kick your butt in ring toss. My dad has been under the surveillance of Dr. Chin for a number of years, and a good friend of ours, Carl Kelly, is a prostate cancer survivor, so it means a lot to me to be a part of today's event. This was first released to radio. It's called Turn the Radio Up. Turn the clock back, girl, just 1 minute. Pop in the mixtape, I want to hear it. Turn it up to 10 and grab a few friends, let's go. I remember the times not long ago, and listen to the radio all night long, just to hear the DJ playing my favorite song. Ew, ew, turn that radio up. Ew, ew, they're playing my song, everybody sing. Ew, ew, turn that radio up. Me and all my friends, we going all night long, all night long. Me and my baby like Jack and Diane, rolling down the highway, holding her hand. Saturday nights with rowdy friends, picking those guitars around country bands. That's all flashing and these girls be fine. Pour me another bout to lose my mind. I'm the guy that never really learned to dance. Give me 3 drinks, everybody step back now. Ew, ew, turn that radio up. Ew, ew, they're playing my song, everybody sing. Ew, ew, turn that radio up. Me and all my friends, we going all night long, all night long. Everybody in the house, put your hands in the air. All the pretty girls, lay down your hair. Holler if you hear me and you're feeling all right. Come on, sing it to me one more time. Ew, 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 turn that radio up. Ew, ew, they're playing my song. Everybody sing. Ew, ew, turn that radio up. Me and all my friends, we going all night long, all night long. Ew, ew, turn that radio up. Ew, ew, they're playing my song. Everybody sing. Ew, ew, turn that radio up. Me and all my friends, we going all night long, all night long. All night long. Ew, ew, turn that radio up. I said that is our first single we released a couple years back. Turn the radio up. One more for you guys. This is going to be our next release coming out midsummer this year. Called Everybody's Welcome. Hope you guys did. And thank you again for letting me be a part of this. Dog kicking and grinning. Slide on in, grab a seat where you fit in. No dress code, come as you are. Make some friends at the tiki bar. Come on in, slide your flip-flops off, grab a rock top, let's get off. Everybody's welcome, raise a little hill song. Backyard bash, sugar, you right here. Jack Daniels or Bacardi, fill your cup up if you came to party. Been a long week, don't have to tell me, cause I know just what we need. Don't matter where you come from, everybody's welcome. Everybody's welcome. I've been around the block a time or two. One thing that I can tell you is summer weather goes better. We bring everyone together. So come on inside your flip-flops, I'll grab a rocky top, let's get off. Everybody's welcome, raise a little hill song. Backyard bash up, you right, Jack Daniels or Bacardi, fill your cup up if you came to party. Been a long week, don't have to tell me, I know just what we need. Don't matter where you come from, everybody's welcome. Grilling and chilling, it's what we do. So bring a friend or two, cause everybody's welcome. Raise a little hell song. Backyard bash of the year right here. Jack Daniels or Bacardi, fill your cup up if you came to party. It's been a long week, don't have to tell me, I know just what we need. Don't matter where you come from, everybody's welcome. Everybody's welcome. Everybody's welcome. Thank you guys very much again. My name is Scott Howard from the Scott Howard Band. You can find us on social media and all streaming platforms. And more importantly, thank you guys so much for supporting such a great cause today. Cheers to all of you. Happy Father's Day.
Thanks, Scott, so much, man. And your neighbor's got a free concert as well.
Yeah, no doubt.
Thank you so much. Happy Father's Day.
Thank you very much. Same to you.
Yeah. Okay, well, up next is a way for us to remember the loved ones who have passed away, who are fighting prostate cancer, and those who have survived it. We want to recognize their courageous battle. These individuals are the reason we are doing this, why we are all here, and why we all band together.
Wow, such a great reminder of why we're all here today at Dash for Dad. What an inspiring video. And, it's an amazing thing that you're here. And I wanted to point out, I'm looking over to my left here. I'm just hitting refresh on our auction bar. And I can see that we have hit $77,400 on our way to the goal of 80,000. So thank you for your continued support. Don't forget, the auction is live at dash4dad.ca. That's dash4dad.ca, and you can find a link for the auction on that page. And it is going to be open. The auction and all the items that you want to bid on are going to be up and live until a week from today, so until the 27th. So happy Father's Day to everybody. Thank you for joining us at Dash for Dads. If you're just joining us, my name is Steve Stacks, and I'm joined by my co-hosts at Jack 1023, Megan Spotswood, and Matt Loop, and we're thrilled to be a part of this amazing event in the battle and fight and creating awareness and raising funds for research against prostate cancer. If you remember last year, if you were here for Dash for Dads, you might remember Joan Wortingham. She's the 102-year-old who lives at Oxford Gardens Retirement Home in Woodstock. And last year, Joan walked in her retirement home to raise money and awareness for Dash for Dad, and raised over $2,200, which is amazing. And she also wants to support her son-in-law, David Curry, who is a 7-year prostate cancer survivor. And because she was the talk of Dash for Dad last year, we wanted to catch up this year and take a look at how Joan's doing and what she's been up to for this year's event. So, Joan Worthington, here you are.
My name is Joan Wortingham. I am 102 years of age. I would like to do something to support my son-in-law, David Curry, who had prostate cancer himself. And I would like to support him very much like I did last year. The morning is 10 o'clock and gives me the news of the day and the world. And he does that, and I appreciate it so much.
We were having a good chat.
I live in the morning to wait for the phone to go, and I stay.
That's the start of your
Here
day.
you are.
We discuss the weather, the news of the world, and anything that's going
tells
on.
me what's going on.
Yeah.
Is anything going on?
I didn't have an opportunity to check it.
No.
I think the main focus was
But it was-
finding.
But I do appreciate you know.
Wow, that was absolutely amazing. Joan is such an inspiration. It's actually funny because we've heard from our youngest participant, Alex, earlier, and now from our oldest, Joan. And honestly, that's just what makes Dash for Dad so unbelievably special. Did you know that on average, 64 Canadian men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer every single day? That's a pretty staggering statistic there. And that's why we're here. We are here to fight for those who are fighting and who are yet to be diagnosed and those who lost their battle. Next, we're going to have Dash for Dad committee member Brian Lee. He's going to show you some of those great auction items that we've mentioned earlier on that are up for bidding until June 27th. You don't even need to be a participant to bid. Let's take a look.
Good morning. My name is Brian Lee. I'm in charge of the auction for the 2021 Dash for Dad run and walk, and I'd like to show you some of the items that we have available on our website. It's an online auction. You can go there and see everything and bid on it. Prices are listed there. So the first item, which is donated by Tim Wilson, is a 16 by 24 framed canvas print titled Movements and Colors. The second item is an 18 by 30 inch canvas print which I donated. It's called Snowbirds Into the Storm. It's a photograph that was taken of the snowbirds as they flew over London a year ago, actually 1 week before the tragic accident which claimed the life of one of the pilots. It's kind of an ominous looking photograph and kind of interesting to look at, especially in light of what happened just after that. Additionally, we have 4 water park passes which were donated by East Park London, and they've also donated 4 golf passes for the golf course at East Park London. We also have 2 paintings which have been donated by Dr. Joe Chin. They're both 12 by 18 inch oil on canvas. The first one is called Canada Geese Trio, the one at the bottom, and the next one is called Path to Spire. We also have a vintage frame black and white photograph from the 1950s. This was also donated by Dr. Joe Chin, and it has 3 Hall of Famers with the Stanley Cup. There's also a mounted poster of the entire Montreal team, Montreal Habs team, and the Canadiens team at the construction site of the Bell Center in 1993. And all the team members are dressed up as construction workers with hard hats. It's a very, very unique photograph. Also donated by Dr. Chin was the 3 former Hab captains. They're mounted pucks, one signed by a Hall of Famer and former captain Yvon Cornier. There's actually 2 of them here, with his hockey card. So that's this one here. And then one of the former captain, Saku Koivu, and a frame print of Hall of Famer and former captain Guy Lafleur. We also have a painting which was donated and painted by Dr. Steve Potler. It's an 18 by 24 canvas on oil titled Fisherman's Creek. We also have donated by Ducks Unlimited, a 24 by 44 total size with a frame of a print called Spirits of the Sky by Terry Isaac. We also have 2 paintings, both 10 by 12 framed and donated by Cindy McDowell, who's the chair of our committee. The one is called The Flower Shop, which is the bottom one, and the next one is called Rainbow Angels. We also have a full Nintendo Switch, which was donated by Best Buy in North London, a significant donation. We'd like to especially thank them for that generous donation. We also have a McCormick Gourmet Wood Spice Rack, which has 24 assorted herbs and spices that was donated by McCormick's. We also have something very unique this year, which was donated by Air Canada. It's a 2-hour flight in an Air Canada full flight simulator at their pilot training center in Mississauga. It's a unique experience. It's priceless. You just can't buy this anywhere. So look at that. It's really, really something fantastic this year. We also have donated by K. Harris chiropractic visit and report of findings with Dr. Jeff Harris. Donated by Jeff Turnbull, who is another committee member. We have 3 items. He will make a personalized, custom engraved wooden sign for you. He'll also produce a personalized name puzzle, and he's made a walnut charcuterie board, which you'll see down on the lower left side over here. Those 3 donated by Jeff Turnbull. Another committee member, Daryl Bondi, has donated a Backroads $50 gift card and a Backroads, it's a men's large t-shirt. Okay, we also have a Wayne Gretzky Estates Becquerel Noir wine and coffee mug, which was donated by Andrew Peller Limited. Also, we have donated 4 wooden Canadian flags, 42 by 22. Those were donated by another committee member and made by him, John Oliveira. So there's 4 separate items. You'll see as 4 different listings on the auction site. Donated by the Hyde Park Starbucks location at Hyde Park and Fanshawe Park Road is a Starbucks gift pack. And also now donated by the Marner Assist Fund, Mitch Marner autographed hockey stick. And here's two very unique ones, which is the hockey stick, plus we also have a Mitch Marner jersey autographed and size 54. We also have an Anderson Ale tour and tasting for 10 people, which is donated by Anderson Ale here in London. Starbucks gift pack. We have another Starbucks gift pack. I've laid everything out here. It's so big you can see it, with all the different varieties of coffee and mugs. That's donated by the Wonderland and Fanshawe Park location of Starbucks. We also have some Stonehaven gift pack, a golf package, which is 4 complimentary green fees, 6 buy one, get one free VIP cards, and a free round after 10 yards. Now, we also have this very large 30 by 60 inch canvas print, which was made by Ed Sir Thomas, but it was donated by Jeff Brown at drybasements.com. I'd like to thank them for that. I'd like to thank all of the people and the sponsors who've given us these really, really unique auction items that you can bid on. Okay, the auction is available now. It will be closing on Sunday, June 27th at 8 a.m. and winners will be notified, and we will be sending you a web link where you can process payment and details about where to pick up your prizes. So up next, we'd like to to show you a video recognizing our frontline healthcare workers. Take a look.
We do want to thank those frontline workers who have been the backbone of this pandemic. They've worked tirelessly to get us through. We owe them all the gratitude we can, and to thank them all for their hard work. And also thanks to Brian Lee for sharing with us some of the amazing items. And there was a lot of them, as you could see in somebody's basement. I'm not sure whose that was, but that looks absolutely amazing. Lots of stuff going on. And you can do that right now. Just go to dashfordad.ca/auction and bid on some of those items. I also want to go back, while you're on Dash for Dad, you can also make a donation. We've had a few so far. We had one from Emma. Thank you very much. TA Mason, it looks like a TA Mason company, possibly $100. Anonymous, $210. Thank you so much for that. That's amazing. Ralph and Michelle, $100. The donation's just keep coming in. And that's on top of all the team donations and some of the individual donations and company donations. So thank you everybody for donating. Keep them coming. Goal 80,000. We want to go much higher than that. So just keep them coming and keep them rolling in. Call your friends, call your neighbors, get them all involved. We also want to see how you're doing this week. We want to see you out with your family walking. We want to see you running. We want to see those team photos. It's really easy to do. You can upload them to dashfordad.ca, or you can just simply upload them to Instagram or Facebook or Twitter with the hashtag #DashForDad. Now let's get into some of our traditional ceremonies. We have a warm-up coming up from the LHSC wellness team. But first, we've got Rachel Litt, who will be kicking things off by singing "O Canada."
Thank you very much, Rachel. There we go. Just going to put my hat back on after that. I'm guessing everybody stood and took off their hats. All right. Thank you, Rachel, for doing that. I want to make sure that I am unmuted. I am, right? Okay, good. Rachel's been doing this with us for many years, so we're happy that we're able to bring Rachel back and keep her involved through our virtual opening ceremony. So like I said earlier in the broadcast, we're hoping next year, as more of us get vaccinated and the numbers start to drop a little bit, hopefully we can get back to more of a normal routine, and Dash for Dad, we can resume and see each other all again in person. I think that'd be a wonderful thing. So thank you, Rachel. All right, we're going to get ourselves moving now. All right, next up, we've got Kathy from the London Health Sciences Center Wellness Team. And Kathy's going to be taking us through a quick warm up before we kick off our 5-kilometer walk run. All right, you ready to do this? Kathy, take it away.
Good morning, Dash for Dad participants. My name is Kathy Zanting, and I'm here to do your warm-up for today's walk run for prostate cancer. Just a reminder that you still have until Sunday next week to be able to complete all of the kilometers you set as your goal and to continue to collect pledges. So let's get started. We're going to start by bringing one knee in to the chest at a time, lifting nice and high, getting those hips and legs warmed up. And then we're going to take the knee up and across the body and down, up and across the body and down. That's it. Really pull across, stretch out that glute area. One more time each side. Now we're going to externally rotate that hip joint. Bringing the knee up and around. Trying to improve and increase that mobility in our hip joints. And then bring it the other way. Rounding it around and forward. One more time. Good. Lifting up and down on the balls of your feet and then rocking back onto your heels. One more time. Swinging one leg forward and back. Squeezing the glute each time the leg comes back. switch. Other leg. That glute a good squeeze at the back. And released. And then we're going to go into a forward lunge. So you're going to step forward with one leg, bending the knees both at 90 degrees, dropping the back knee towards the floor or the ground, and bringing that alternate arm up, just like you would if you were running or walking. We're going to do this a few more times. We're almost done. One more each leg. And then we're going to go into a nice high knee. You can bring the knees up into a run or stay low. And we're going to do the same to the back, bringing the heels to the bum in a running motion, or you can stay low, kicking the heel to the glute. We're going to finish up there. Thank you so much for participating. Have a great run or walk. Enjoy the rest of your week and take care.
All right, yeah. Had to make it look like a. All right, thank you very much, Kathy. I just got to wipe the sweat off my brow. Yeah.
You're not fooling anyone.
I know. Truth be told, I remained firmly seated during that whole thing. So, hey, listen, thank you, Kathy, for doing that, getting us all warmed up before the big Dash for Dad 5K run walk. Thank you to everybody who joined the stream today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your donations. Thank you for your continued support. Excuse me. Again, you can do that at dash4dad.ca. That's dash the number 4 dash the number 4 dad.ca. Let me try that again. There is the auction on there as well. The links for continued donations. As Luke mentioned earlier, Emma, we had some donations come in from Anonymous. Lots of donations coming in still. And the live auction is going to be open until a week from today. So Sunday, June 27th. A number of very, very cool items up for grabs. Sadly, Luke, there aren't any chicken nuggets for you to bid on.
What?
I think Alex is keeping those all for himself today.
Yeah, I think so.
Thanks to everybody who was a part of the show today. We heard from Joan, our oldest participant in the Dash for Dad. We also heard from our youngest, as Megan pointed out, and Alex. It was great to hear from Darren Ross sharing his story and being so vulnerable during the broadcast to share what he's been going through in his battle against prostate cancer, and to everybody who's been a part of this. This is a big day, and all the proceeds stay right here in London at LHSC in the battle and the research against prostate cancer. Please stay safe while you are out doing your 5K run. Make sure you keep your distance. We're still in this pandemic, although things are getting a little bit better. We need to remain safe and keep each other safe so that we can get back to doing this in person again next year. I want to thank our sponsors, Silver, Acura West, Unifor Local 27, Highbury Ford, CIBC, Wood Gundy are our silver sponsors. Our bronze sponsors today for Dash for Dad, Holland Cleaning Solutions, NCA Limited, Unifor Local 88. Thank you for being a part of it as our bronze sponsors. The media sponsors, all of us here at Jack 1023. Hang on, my screen went. Hang on, I got to fix that. There we go.
Hey.
Jack 1023. We are the media sponsors, proud to be a part of Dash for Dads this year. And just a big thank you to Dash for Dads for having us back. Our design sponsor, Cure Design. Thank you. Our participant shirt from TNT Printing. And our prize sponsors today, Best Buy, Soul Science, and Air Canada. Thank you to all of our great sponsors for making Dash for Dad such a big event. And thank you again for your continued support. Dash4dad.ca is where you go. The auction, like I say, is up for bids. Megan, what do you have your eye on in the auction? Are you going to be on that Air Canada flight simulator?
That one makes me a little nervous, though it is very, very cool. I'm not a huge fan of flying, but the big ones I think are just like you and Luke with the charcuterie board. Mm-hmm. And you know me, love my Starbucks, and there's some Starbucks packing I'll do. So I
noticed there's also a number of bids coming in for the Nintendo Switch.
Oh yeah, I gotta get one of those.
When I was getting ready to come out here this morning, my daughter Hannah, we have the Switch for her at home, and she's really into Minecraft right now. And if you have a kid at home who's into Minecraft, that's pretty much the thing that's on the top of their mind from the second they wake up. So the very first thing out of my daughter's mouth is not, "Hey, morning, Dad," or "Happy Father's Day." She gets right into a Minecraft conversation.
Oh yeah.
But she started asking me, "Is there going to be like any Minecraft up at the auction?" And I said, "Well, no, but I think there's a Nintendo Switch."
Yeah.
So there you go. You can get your kids just as crazed on it as mine are. Thank you again for being a part of it. Again, dashfordad.ca. On behalf of all of us at Jack 1023 and Stacks, Megan, and Luke, 5:30 to 9, Monday through Friday. Please tune in. We'd love to have you on board. Thank you for being a part of Dash for Dad. Until next year, thank you so much.
Thank you.